Hey, what's up guys, this is Tariq here from smartbiketrainers.com. So Saris released the H3 Smart Trainer a couple of days ago, but that's not what I want to talk about here. I want to talk about the MP1 NFinity from Saris that was also announced at the same time. All of this just a few days ahead of Eurobike. Now, if you're not familiar with the MP1 or even seen a rocking platform before, it's basically a platform that you place your bike trainer on and it allows the bike to rock side to side. It should add some comfort to your rides, especially on those longer indoor rides. I didn't get to try the MP1 yet, but I do have some idea of what it's all about, and I did review and talked about 3 different versions of these rocker plates and have some idea of how these rocker plates work and feel. And also I own and have been using the Inside Ride e-motion rollers with that fore-aft floating design. Saris showcased a prototype version last year at Eurobike, and per the information we received and that sponsored video they put out on GCN channel the other day, the company has been working on the design of the rocking platform and what is now the MP1 for over 10 years. Now, just because they thought of it 10 years ago does not mean they have been working on it for 10 years, or at least I hope not. At that time, they probably thought there's no market for it, too expensive to make and develop, and decided to put it away. Fast forward a few years, and suddenly with the introduction of smart trainers and indoor cycling apps, we saw a big increase and interest in indoor cycling. With that, many started complaining about rigid trainers and discomfort, and the rocker place idea was born, and people started sharing different DIY sketches and designs online. A few smaller companies popped up and started making their own and selling them online, but now we have the first rocker place from a major training or trainer company. The MP1, which by the way stands for Movement Platform, it does rock side to side, but what makes it unique is what they are referring to as the NFinity technology, which basically gives you a multi-axis movement. That fore-aft movement and the side-to-side movement, nothing out there that I have seen that is in production have that except for the Inside Ride rollers. That combination of the fore-aft and side-to-side movement is really key here, because as you put pressure down on the pedals, that force creates a forward and backward motion, and you want that force to dissipate somewhere. That free motion or fore-aft movement allows that to happen. When you're outside, your bike is moving with you, and any force you apply to it, it translates into some kind of a movement in some way. Whether it's to keep you forward or stop you or make you fall down. But inside, on a stationary trainer, that does not happen, resulting in some discomfort and possible knee pain and back pain and all these discomfort issues. The MP1 is clearly a nice looking platform. The deck is made from birchwood and aluminum steel parts, and per Saris, it's compatible with most bike trainers. Now the MP1 retails for $1,200. Yes, you heard that right, $1,200. That's more expensive than their premium bike trainer, the H3. If you buy both together, that's $2,200 US. So it is definitely a premium product, and they price it way out of reach for most people. It kind of makes me wonder how these companies set these prices, and if they do it based on data and market research, or if they just throw that price out there against the wall and see if it sticks. But at the end of the day, I'm their customer, you are their customers, and you just gotta ask yourself, is it worth $1,200 for something that you can possibly build yourself? I don't see any high tech involved here. Yeah, the design looks cool, but not unique. I have seen the Star Wars rocket ship design before. That leaf springs are much better than inflatable dodgeballs or tire tubes. But let's look at some of the options or alternatives that are out there that might offer similar experience for a lot less money. Let's start with the most obvious alternatives. Here in the US, the SBR Tri Shop has been making the Rocker Pro, which is somewhat similar. The rockers retails for $600. It offers the same rocking motion. It does have a very subtle fore-aft movement, but definitely not like the MP1, but will get you at least halfway there. So if you buy the SBR rocker along with the H3 trainer, that will set you back $1,600 US. The next alternative is to go and get yourself a Kinetic R1 for $1,050. That rocking motion is built into the trainer itself, and it is patented, and that makes me question what's gonna happen when that patent expires, which I think is gonna happen in 2 years. Are we gonna see more companies start implementing that design into their trainers? And what's gonna happen with the MP1 or MP2 or 3? But yes, the Kinetic R1 power measurement isn't dialed in yet, but let's say you go and get yourself a power meter and for less than $700. Now you get yourself a rock and roll trainer and a power meter which you can use outside as well. This is actually a pretty decent and probably a more practical setup if you think about it. If you already have a power meter and or don't care about power accuracy, then you just saved yourself a lot of money. The third option, and that's probably the most costly one, is to get yourself an inside ride rollers with the smart control unit for $1,200 and buy a power meter. That setup will cost you about $1,850, but you got yourself what I believe to be the most comfortable indoor ride you can possibly have. But rollers are not for everyone, and if that is the case, you can get yourself a floating fork package and that will set you back $1,995. Expensive, but still cheaper than the H3 and moving platform combined. But you also got yourself a real power meter that you can also use outside. Or you can get yourself a DIY sketch from Facebook group, go to Home Depot and build yourself one for a fraction of the cost. Some really smart engineers out there actually built that fore-aft movement with their rockers, so it's nothing new. But the MP1 does look really good with the H3 on top of it, if you have the money and space for it. My question to you is, would you spend $1,200 on the MP1? Do you think it will add value to your indoor training area? And how much are you willing to spend on something like that? Let me know down in the comment section. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.